My boss demanded I work unpaid overtime, so I followed the employee handbook exactly. I should have known something was off when my boss, Greg, slid into my cubicle with that slimy grin of his. "Hey, Sam, we've got a huge client presentation tomorrow," he said, leaning against my desk like we were old pals. "I'm gonna need you to stay late tonight to polish up the slides. No excuses." The way he said it, like he was doing me a favor by allowing me to work unpaid, made my blood boil. But I kept my face neutral. "Sure thing, Greg," I said, nodding like the obedient little corporate drone he expected me to be. Inside, though, I was already plotting. See, Greg had a habit of asking, demanding, unpaid overtime from junior staff, especially the new hires who didn't know better. Last month, he guilt-tripped Emily into working 3 weekends in a row. No overtime pay, no comp time, nothing. When she finally pushed back, he coincidentally wrote her up for attendance issues. But here's the thing. I'd spent my first 2 weeks at this soul-sucking company reading the employee handbook cover to cover. And buried in section 4.7 was a glorious little clause. All overtime must be pre-approved in writing by a department head or HR. Unapproved overtime will not be compensated. Greg had just broken policy, and I was going to make sure he knew it. So that night, instead of slaving over PowerPoint slides, I sent Greg an email. "Per your request, I'll be working late tonight. Just confirming, this overtime is approved, correct? Want to make sure payroll has it documented." I hit send and waited. 5 minutes later, my phone buzzed. "Don't worry about it, just get it done," Greg replied. "Oh no, that wasn't going to cut it." I wrote back, "Got it. But just to be safe, can you forward this approval to HR so they can adjust my timesheet?" Silence. Then 10 minutes later, an angry call. "Sam, what's with all the emails? Just stay late and handle it." Greg snapped. I could practically hear his teeth grinding. "Of course," I chirped. "But just so we're compliant, I'll need that approval in writing. Company policy, you know?" The next morning, I strolled in at exactly 9 a.m., the presentation untouched. Greg looked like he'd swallowed a lemon. "Where are the slides?" he hissed. I blinked innocently. "Oh, since I didn't get written approval for overtime, I didn't want to risk working off the clock. Liability issues and all that." His face turned an impressive shade of purple. "You're seriously pulling this crap?" Before he could explode, our department head, Lisa, rounded the corner. "Problem here?" she asked, eyeing Greg's vein-popping forehead. Greg opened his mouth, but I was faster. "Just clarifying the overtime policy. Greg asked me to work unpaid last night, but I wanted to make sure we followed protocol." Lisa's expression went icy. "Greg, my office. Now." By lunch, rumors were flying. HR had pulled every junior employee's timesheet for review. Greg emerged from Lisa's office looking like he'd been sucker punched. "And me? I got a very interesting email from HR. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. Moving forward, all overtime must be documented and compensated appropriately." The kicker? Greg had been doing this for years. And now, thanks to my malicious compliance, the company was on the hook for back pay. The best part? Greg avoided me for weeks. But last Monday, I found a sticky note on my desk. "HR wants to discuss a promotion. Don't get too comfortable." I grinned. Challenge accepted.